with another video. Let's start off with saying I do not have a backdrop today because I just didn't feel like putting it up. So we're gonna look at this TV here. From the title, you guys can see that I am about to do a story time. It's kind of a funny story now that I'm older, but when it was happening, really wasn't so funny then. But we're gonna get into the video. Before I get into that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. Spam my comments. Spam. I will be doing more makeup looks, but I do want to offer, you know, different things of things that I can do. Obviously, I started off with a makeup video, or my YouTube is based on makeup, but I'm going to be doing different things. So I'm gonna get into the video. So this story time will be about the time that I snuck out of the house, as you can see from my title. Oh, my mom's not watching this, because if she's watching this, Mom, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay. So roughly when I was around like 15, you know, 15. My cousin was 16 at the time. We were talking to these guys. They were friends, yeah, but I had a curfew. So, you know, I had to be in the house at a certain time. It was horrible. And the guy he was like 17. So, you know, at that age, I feel like, you know, moms are more lenient with guys than they are with girls. So, you know, he called. They were like, come out, could y'all come out? At this time it's like 7 o'clock. I had a curfew. I had to be in the house like, no, it was like 8. I'm lying. But I had to be in the house at 7, which was pretty early, I feel like, for a 15-year-old. So, yeah. So, we were like, okay, we're about to see. It's me and my cousin. We're like, we're about to see if we can go. Mind you, my other cousin, she's in there, but she didn't talk to anybody at the time. It was her and my uncle, which I feel like my uncle was the best uncle for this because he really looked out. Like, so we're in the room. We're coming up with a plan. Like, hey, we got, you know, they want to see us, so we got to get up out of here. So, you know, we like, so what do we do? What do we do? So it's all 4 of us. It's me, my uncle, my cousin, and my cousin that snuck out with me. So we're in there, we're like, so what are we gonna do? Like, I'm like, okay, here, you get the phone. I'm telling my cousin, like, here, you get the phone. We're gonna sneak out of the window. We're gonna call you when we come back. So, you know, just be on the, you know, the lookout. Just listen in for us and whatever. So it was successful getting out of the window. We were out. We were kicking it. We were doing what average of 15 to 16-year-old would do, like, you know. So, you know, we're kicking it, we're enjoying ourselves, and time is just passing by, and it hit like probably 1 in the morning. So we're like, okay, we got to get back. So when we get back, we're knocking on the window and they're asleep. We're calling, like, oh my God, we got to get in the house somewhere. We can't sit outside. We cannot sit outside. That's not an option right now. We got to get in here. So my mom's, I think she's upstairs asleep. I'm not sure. I forgot. But I know my older cousin was sitting like on the couch, and he's a guy. He's like, now he's probably 38 or 39. At the time he was, I don't know. But him and my mom are really close. So we're like, we got to get in. So he was right there in the living room. So I'm like, tell my cousin, I'm like, we have to like knock on the window. We have to do something because we have to get in here. So like, I'm nervous, like, guys, I'm like, my heart dropped to the pit of my stomach. This is like, so we knock on the window, and my cousin, he gets up and he look out the window and he see that it's us. Mind you, it's 1 in the morning. So he, you know, he look and he's like, he opened the door. He's like, what are you guys doing coming in the house this late? And you know, I'm like stuck because I'm like, I don't have a story, I don't have a lie, I don't have anything. So I'm like, and he was like, I'm going to tell your mom or whatever. I'm just like, so my cousin, she walked in the room and he was talking to me. He was just like, you better come up with a story by the time the morning comes, because I am going to tell your mom and you can explain to her why you coming in the house at 1 in the morning. And I'm just like, OMG. So, I went in there with my cousin and I was talking to her. I'm like, what are we going to do? Because if he told my mom that I came in the house at 1 in the morning, then I am going to be on punishment. I'm going to get everything taken away from me. Like, I just have to think of an excuse of a lie or something. Like, help me. So, we called her sister, which her sister is older, which I totally love her for this because she came through. She came through. She was clutch. So she came. We called her. We was like, at the time, her sister had a baby. He was I think he was probably 1. So we called her sister. We were like, hey, look, here's the thing. We snuck out. We had to knock on the window. Jermaine caught us. So we have to come up with something. So just say that we were babysitting for you and you came in from the club at this time and you dropped us off at home because we didn't want to stay over there. So she's like, okay. So the morning came, my mom called me. My mom was gone, but she called me. She was like, Sienna, like, why did you come in the house at 1 in the morning? Jermaine told me y'all came in at 1 in the morning. And I'm like, she was like, and don't lie, you better get your lie together before you tell me. I'm just like, no, we were babysitting for Nisha, and she dropped us back off at home because she had went out. She needed a babysitter, so we agreed to babysitting for her. And she was like, do I have to call her? So I'm like, I'm not lying. Like, you can call her. Like, I promise I'm not lying. Like, you can call her. So she called her, Nisha, go along with it and whatever. And I'm just like, she called back. She was like, yeah, you better be lucky. Just don't let me find out. And I'm just like, oh my, OMG. So when all that passed by, my cousin, I guess my cousin heard me talking to her, the one who told on me. And he was like, yeah, that was a good one. You was quick on your feet. I'm just like, I have to be. So we went in the room and I was talking to my cousin and I'm like, you knew you heard us knocking on the window. Like, why would you open the window? Like, you wanted us to get in trouble. Like, that was so wrong. Like, and she was like, I was asleep. And I'm just like, come on now. The phone is laying right next to you. I understand some people sleep hard, but come on now. Like, you can't sleep that hard where you don't hear the phone. Like, we're constantly calling. And then my uncle was like, that was a good one, Sienna. That was a good one. Like, you were really quick on your feet. I'm just like, oh boy, that was probably the scariest thing that happened to me. Like, I don't encourage anyone to do that. Like, if they say, if you can't go out of the house, then just don't go. Just do not go, because coming up with stories behind it, like, you don't know how your mom is, you don't know if she's gonna believe you or not. Like, so just don't do it. I don't condone it. Like, don't try it. If you are a younger person, if you're watching this, please do not try that, because I don't want anybody to get in trouble, So I mean, luckily I got out of that, which is like rare. But mom, please don't get me. I'm older now, so I can tell this story. But yeah, so that was the time that I snuck out of the house. Very, very scary. But you guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. I am checking out.
Ayo, you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. It's your girl C, and I'm checking out.